Hello and welcome to chapter 11. Uh wow, what can I say about chapter 11? It's my least favorite chapter in the game. I will preface that by saying this. I genuinely dislike this chapter because there is quite literally nothing that I particularly enjoy about this chapter. Like, I think chapter 6 and chapter 10 are hard. They're also annoying, but they have a lot of things that I like. Chapter 11 is like one of those that I struggle to find things that I like. The only redeeming thing about this whole thing is that you get the Magnum here, and that could have happened in any other chapter. It didn't have to be this one. Quite literally a chapter filled with gauntlets that I don't like and with enemies that I don't care about. So probably the least interesting of the whole bunch and by far the most frustrating, at the very least in my personal opinion. I don't know how everybody else feels about this chapter, but for me personally, it's definitely my least favorite in the whole game. You have a lot of walking around to do here, mostly collecting stuff, keys, and whatchamacallit, the one statue and the Magnum. There's a section coming up here which can be skipped. I actually had footage for like 25 whole minutes of me trying to skip this section. Didn't manage to, trigger the door, got myself killed, and you start off here because this is actually the checkpoint. So because this is the checkpoint, I had to redo the whole sequence where I kill everybody, which is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Not exactly a hard thing to do, but I was annoyed that I couldn't jump over that chapter, and that was actually, let's say, like a warning of what was to come in this chapter. And yeah, that guy he's always gonna be there. He's always gonna charge at you as soon as you get near to that place. So I prefer approaching him from here because it gives me full visibility of him and I can just shotgun him. And then there's 3 dudes over here that I can sniper rifle. One through this gate, one over there by the key, 2 more on the far side of this gate. And there's only 2 more dudes in this whole area, which are very easily killed. So this is not exactly a difficult area. Like, if you start crouching towards this guy, on Akumu you have to crouch immediately. On any other difficulty you can actually run a little bit towards him and get him faster, but it doesn't matter. You'll still get to him so long as you crouch. And then there's this one dude that you can run up and burn him, and that's all of the enemies in this area. Done and dusted. There's a glitch. You can glitch yourself through the gate there and get out without doing this next section, but unfortunately, again, I spent 20 minutes here, didn't manage to do it. So instead I'm just going to do it the brute force way. So I'm gonna shoot a shot bolt there in order to stop the machine dude from going up there, because he won't shoot me unless he's up that ladder. So if you stop him, he's just gonna be stuck over there. And there will be 3 dudes spawning when you hit that door. Like, as soon as you go for the door, there will be 3 dudes spawning, and I should have just flash bolted them, but I don't. Instead, I waste a button of shotgun ammo because I get freaked out because I don't see them coming at me all perfectly lined up, which was kind of stupid of me. Like, wasting so much shotgun ammo here when I could have just flashed them and killed them one by one, because the flash bolt is upgraded to maximum. It is like stupid. Look how close I got to getting killed by that dude. Like, I deserved the death for that one. I even deserved the death for that one because he threw that pipe at me, but I was just out of his reach. I should have flash bolted. It's just so much easier to flash bolt them and kill them that way. Either way, There is nothing else except for the matches over here and rifle ammo. After the key, go to the rifle ammo first, because as soon as you pick up the key, the machine gun dudes are gonna spawn. And you have to wait a little bit for this machine gun dude. Like, don't just shoot immediately as you see the door, because if you see, I didn't flash him. He wasn't flashed there. Like, and for some reason he didn't shoot me. I don't know why. It was probably because the game took pity on me, because I tried a glitch for like half an hour. It didn't work, and it was like, okay, we'll let you walk on by. But that was the last courtesy that this chapter afforded me. I'm gonna tell you that. Like, from here on out, the chapter decided to really not afford me any more courtesies. But yeah, there's a key over here, which is a bit of a pain because it can get stuck on that debris and then you won't be able to get it, which is super annoying. So you have to kind of sort of roll it in by that car, and that body was getting in my way, so I had to roll it out of the way. It's a pretty annoying key. And the way you get this one, but hey, a key's a key and it's free and nothing is here to stand in your way, so why not pick it up? And now after this checkpoint, the boss is going to start. The main boss that's kind of sort of coloring this chapter, the water dude that you never actually get to see. Well, he doesn't matter at all for this chapter. His sections are exceptionally easy and very consistent. This dude's mechanic is that he goes after the first thing that jumps in the water, so because I threw that body in the water, it's going to go after him, even though I'm closer to it. And I can just swim my way straight to that car, and afterwards he's going to go for the car, and he's never coming for me. And this section is safe, absolutely no issues whatsoever. You can punch your way out of the water and get out faster. Like, this section is safe AF, and this one is too. Even though there's no bodies around, you have bottles. Do you have a reliable bottle that's over here, and it takes me a little while to see it, but it's right over there by the car? You can just throw the bottle, and it's the same principle. The fish will go after the bottle, and that gives you time to walk by this car and this place, and then just run for that place over there. And even though the fish sees me, it doesn't matter because I'm out of the water. I'm punching my way out to get out faster. And there we go. Very consistent section. Never had a problem with it at all. Then you get a checkpoint here because this is the first time that the game officially introduces the Ruvik clones if you are on any difficulty except for Akumu, because we've already been fighting the Ruvik clones for a while now. I usually build 2 shock bolts here because it's the Ruvik clones are easily taken out by the shock bolts, and I prefer to have my safety nets. Of course, the shock bolts are the safety nets. And now once this section starts, you have a limited amount of time to burn all of these bodies, and I mean burn them, otherwise they will be coming after you. And quite frankly, I don't know who wants to deal with the Ruvik clone and these bodies as well. So I just run around trying to burn as many bodies as possible. I forgot that that one doesn't get up. Yes, there are a couple of fake ones, but who would have thunk it? Because most of them actually do get up. And the Ruvik clone spawns by that water right there. So if you have enough time, shoot the flashbolt, and he will immediately get not flashbolt, shock bolt, and he will immediately get shocked. It doesn't matter for me because I immediately shoot the bolt straight at him. And that also fortunately gets this lady over here, so I can burn her because I didn't manage to burn her previously. And there's the other Ruvik dude losing sight of me or whatever. I managed to shock him too. And burn him before the hands could get me. That was so bloody. That was so incredibly lucky that I cannot even like
some kind of fake.
I do have some lucky moments in this chapter, but my god, they don't make up for the other stuff. So I go around collecting all my stuff. There's a lot of magnum ammo here. You will want it, especially if you don't get any magnum ammo from the lockers, which unfortunately on a couple of playthroughs I was that unfortunate little crybaby who essentially was very sad because I didn't get my magnum ammo and I had to defeat the keepers the old-fashioned way. Magnum ammo is very important to me personally for the double keeper fight, especially on Akumu. It's important for a lot of bosses. The boss coming up in chapter 12, the boss in chapter 14, the sadist in chapter 15. You need a lot of magnum ammo. And
this place is filthy.
If you want to be really safe, you do need a lot of it, and unfortunately for me, I wasn't getting much magnum ammo at this point, so I was really freaked out because, yeah.
Are you all right?
I was relying on getting some from the lockers.
There would be no one to replace me.
And I do still upgrade the magnum. As soon as I get it, I upgrade it as much as I can. Because of course it is still the best weapon in the game, and for whatever you do need it for the boss in chapter 14. If you don't want to die to it, you need a lot of magnum ammo. And there's my lockers. Like I had what, 11 keys. I'ma tell you right now, I did not get magnum ammo. Like I got everything under the sun except for magnum ammo and bolts. Like I was praying at this point for explosive bolts at the very least, if they were so unwilling to give me magnum ammo, but I didn't get lucky with those either. I got all of the other bolts. I got 2 health packs, which was like I was so lucky up until now to not get any health packs. But of course chapter 11 was like, here, have some. I am the chapter that's going to bring you that piece of joy. And yeah, I went and upgraded the magnum to max, the fire rate, so that I can blast the boss in chapter 14, the accuracy, the clip capacity for a lot of my stuff. And of course the explosive bolts, because at this point in time I was like, okay, so I'm gonna kill the keepers with the explosive bolts, because I wasn't getting magnum ammo, and I need magnum ammo for a lot of other bosses. So if I had to sacrifice something, it was definitely gonna be the keeper fight. And here goes the death montage. Oh man, this chapter. Oh man, this chapter. Yeah, I died so many times here. I don't know. There was no saving me here. Like for as much lucky as I was during the previous part of this chapter, the one part I died so many times here, it wasn't even funny. And that was mostly because of the first wave. Now because of these guys, you can consistently shoot this man from over here in this position. Then you have some stuff to pick up here, and you're pretty much safe so long as you don't go towards the like the people won't be spawning in so long as you don't go towards the boxes where another dude that you can shoot is standing. I shoot a bolt there because I need it. Before I take out this guy, I need it quite legitimately, because the first wave is so inconsistent. You can shoot that guy from here, and once you get to this point, the wave starts, and I flashed them. And look at that. Only one of them came out. That's the reason why I hate this wave. Only one of them came out, and I don't know why that man didn't shoot me. He had all the time in the world. And that's the reason why I need the 2 bolts. No, 3. 2 flash bolts and one stock bolt to take out the first wave. It's by far the most inconsistent and the one that I died the most. Now after this, the waves get a little bit consistent. The next one at the very least is very consistent. The ones after that, not really. But you have to take out this sniper, and if that guy gets to this place, you're not taking out the sniper. That's the problem. If that dude who wants to climb the ladder on the first wave gets to this place, you're pretty much dead, and the sniper's gonna shoot you, and he's gonna shoot you, and the sniper's right over there. And you can jump on this little fence, throw the grenade, and shoot him straight through that fence. and the sniper is taken out and you're safe now. Or at the very least a little bit more safe than you would have been otherwise. Because the sniper actually did kill me a couple of times when I wasn't able to kill that guy, which is why I needed to waste 3 bolts on the first wave, and I start wasting more bolts on the next wave. Well, this wave is actually pretty consistent. They're very nice. They all like just spawn in a, I don't know, the sequence. It's actually easy to understand. It's nice. You can just burn them all. It's so nice. And this wave has about 3 of these guys. 2 of them are annoying and the third one wants to go up there, so I just freeze their arse and shoot the other guy if he manages to get out there fast before the freeze bolt gets to him. And I do like to just spam these freeze bolts because they spare me some of these people, some of this gauntlet. But unfortunately for me, the one who got frozen is not the one who's shooting these explosive bolts, which is very annoying because this guy is very dangerous. I died to his explosive bolt so many times, it's not even funny, which is why you're going to see me throw everything I have at him because I don't want to deal with him, and I just run here because I don't want to deal with the next wave either, because it's machine guys, and machine guys are very dangerous. And I couldn't stand behind that little gate, so I had to do with this little gate because there was that bolt there that would have blown me up. And because that bolt is there and I know that there's another machine guy coming my way, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for him. Now unfortunately you have to get near the gate. The doors won't spawn unless you're near that gate. When I realized this, I was very sad because there is an explosive bolt there and I am really freaked out about going there because I know I'm gonna get blown up. And at this point in time I was like 40 minutes in, dying one after the other. I was not about to take risks. I was seriously not about to take risks. I tried to take that bolt out, it didn't want to. The gate was in my way, so unfortunately I had to get in, and I realized, oh, there's just the sniper, and look, the machine guy that I knew was coming. So I just wait here and shoot him. Fortunately he falls off. Love that. And now you can kind of start to shoot this guy through the little fence over here. Or you can snipe him from a little bit further away, depending on what your preference is. I feel like this place is pretty safe, but at the same time very inconvenient. It's very hard because look at me, I am technically speaking shooting straight at him, but it's not hitting. And if it's not hitting, if you allow him to live long enough, guys with explosive thingies, dynamite come out. Yeah. The longer he lives, the more of these guys come out. It's not pretty. Which is why he needs to die fast. Now, unfortunately for me, I didn't even think about throwing a grenade. Quite frankly, I should have just thrown a grenade his way. That is the solution. But I tried I wasn't trying at this point. I was like, whatever works. I was tired. It was 40 minutes of this. I was tired. I was done. I wanted it to be over with. And unfortunately, look at him. Another one is here. And I have to run away because, of course, I'm freaked out that he will blow up in my face and blow me up too. Fortunately for me, he blows himself up and gets rids me of like him, and I finally managed to shoot him. And that is it. That is this section done after me losing my goddamn mind here. This is my least favorite section in the whole game. I am not gonna lie. I hate this. The inconsistency, the randomness of certain waves, how nasty it can end up being. How fast things can degenerate. It's absolutely my least favorite part in the whole game, and I die here because I forget about the sniper. There's a sniper there. But I was so glad that I got that checkpoint, because I think I would have lost my mind if I had to do that section one more time. There's a sniper there, and you can shoot him from up here. If you go downstairs, he's gonna start shooting at you, so best bet is to just shoot him from above. Get rid of him, and afterwards there's nothing here until you crank the lever. So you can just run around and grab all of this stuff. And I personally do like to get all of my stuff, because there's a lot of traps here and I don't have trap parts. And since I was already freaked out by the fact that I wasn't getting magnum ammo for the keepers, I knew I needed to get a lot of trap parts, because I had already been so wasteful in chapter 6. So I needed to get my trap parts up. So any excuse or reason to get trap parts, great. And yes, I blow up the bombs because I don't want them blowing me up on my way back, because I will have to climb that ladder on my way back in order to get to the second gauntlet of this chapter, which nowhere near as bad. I need a shock boat here, because there's gonna be some dudes that are gonna spawn on that platform, and you can shock them there and then just flash them twice and you're out of here, say, scot-free. It's this part I've also seen be inconsistent, but for me personally, it was consistent. This one time the game decided, okay, you know what, finally we will let you have some peace of mind before the second gauntlet. And so that also can be inconsistent. I flashed both of those guys because the machine gun guys don't get shocked by the shock bolts, because everybody else is there getting shocked by the shock bolt, and by that point in time the shock bolt is done. And by the time you get here, these guys will be trying to raise up, and I personally just like to flash them again and make sure that they don't follow me. And at this point in time, it's a checkpoint, so get ready for the death montage, and it's not as many as you might have thought. Yeah, this place is not that bad. Wow. I know, I just said that, but it's not. The fact of the matter is that these guys are actually consistent where they are. Like, their positioning is consistent, so you know what you're getting into, unlike the next place, the previous gauntlet, I'm sorry, where it's not consistent. Like, those two guys who are running in there, they will always be there. You always know where to shoot. They will always be there. It's the same for everybody else here in this place. Like, they will always go to a place. They have a station that they go to, which makes this part a lot more consistent than the previous part, because you know, oh, there's going to be a Molotov dude over there, I'm just gonna wait for him and shoot. Oh, there's going to be axe guy, machine guy over there, I'm just gonna wait for them and shoot. There's gonna be another Molotov dude over there. This is consistent. Everything happens this way every single time, and because of that consistency, I throw a bomb over there, but I think I'm a little bit off. It ends up helping in the end, but I found I was a little bit off to where some of those guys were. And you can shoot these guys pretty consistently. Like, they will be there, guaranteed. That's their station. That's where they go to. And the Molotov guys, from what I've seen, are by far the most dangerous ones. And I just wait here. At this point, I just wait here and wait for them. Watch them throw their Molotov and then go to the other place. I try to maneuver my way so that the Molotov doesn't hit me, and if these gates are burning, it doesn't matter. And that is it. And look how many times Sebastian gets hit here. It doesn't matter. So long as you've reached here, you are safe. People won't shoot you anymore. And yeah, this place It's I don't know. There's a magnum bullets there. So I usually try and get that jump. If I don't get it, I'm a sad girl, because at this point in time I hadn't gotten any magnum. I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but it's really important. If you want a safe Akumu run, magnum is super important. Don't click it a third time, you'll get a bomb there the third time. And there's a lot of goodies here, which I don't know where they are, so I waste a lot of time here. And that was actually the worst part of this chapter. Like, if you and the worst part of this game, if you got through that, there is nothing else that's that bad. Like, you might think, oh, what about the gauntlet in chapter 15? No, don't worry, there's strategies for that now. It's not a problem anymore. Like, chapter 15 is not a problem. There is no more gauntlets that are a problem anymore. That one, those are the... Like, chapter 11 is by far the last and most brutal run of the game. And if you make it through chapter 11, basically Akumu is done. And at this point in time, I was actually relieved. I'm not gonna lie. Once I made it through that, this was the moment where I was super happy. I was exceptionally happy, because from here on out, yeah, I might die a couple of times, but it's never gonna be that bad again. Like, the worst parts of this game are over. And to kind of sort of evidentiate that fact, I have very few deaths going forward. Like, I think about 20 or something after this chapter, I mean, because I still have a couple in this chapter. But that's just... this is the crushing part of the game. If chapter 11 is probably the thing that tests most people's patience. It definitely did for me. Like, I hate this chapter and I love this game, so that's a lot. There's also the fact that the puzzles here are just not interesting. As soon as that thing starts popping, you can just go into the water, and even if that fish is gonna come for you, he's never gotten me. That fish is slow as shit, because he has a cutscene to bring him into this room, so he's never gonna catch you there, because he's forced to wait for this thing. He's forced to wait for this, and even though he's super close to me and it looks like he's almost upon me, it does not matter. I'm fast enough. I've never died to this fish. I don't know what Sebastian's guess is to this fish. He's the worst enemy, by far the least effective enemy in the game, and you can throw that guy at the fish and the fish is gonna go for him. He's also gonna go for that body, and as soon as you hear that water thingamajig, it doesn't matter where the fish is, he's going for that other guy and then the body first, so you're free to run. So the fish is like, bad AI kills the fish basically for me. And in this section wanted to be a little bit difficult, because I do get a death here. I get a death here because they just want it to be difficult. I don't understand why, because this section is actually very consistent. You have a shock bolt and the bottle, you throw the bottle at this point here, and then everybody comes here, sees you, and goes for you, and you shock everybody and you kill everybody, and it's very consistent. That one time, that one guy just didn't want to run over like a good little mindless zombie. I don't understand how, but it was just probably this chapter trolling me to the utmost degree, because oh my goodness, did it troll me. Oh my goodness, did it just not want to cooperate at all. And somehow I didn't step in the trap there. I don't understand how I didn't, because I see it later on, but there is a trap there, so be careful. Because that would have been very funny. And I shoot the bomb because I don't want to step in it. There's some matches here, and there is a trap over there. There really is. The problem is that I somehow missed it. Well, I got to it eventually.
Hitman, it's me.
Ah, good.
you hadn't come along.
This next section is actually not that difficult.
There are probably more of them.
Not difficult at all. What am I talking about? You have to run. This is the cutscene forcing you to run over here. We just get control of Sebastian and I walk through here and then I run. And I've never gotten hit there. And you can just run away from them, and as soon as you go to this place, which is going to trigger a scene with Kidman and is going to teleport her here, you're essentially safe, and all of the enemies despawn. As soon as they start talking, all of the enemies despawn and you can go back for the key.
He's in bad shape, or at least.
And I usually go back for the key, which is in the elevator at the top of the stairs. There was that gunman that was there was a gunman that was there sitting in front of this door, but now he's no longer here because he was despawned. And can just get the key and run. And it's pretty safe, and I am so happy to be like out of the gauntlet and this feels and back to my regular habitat of breaking boxes and finding nothing. It was a relief being being over that part. And there's a map
We've all been
here.
seeing strange things.
I usually forget about this map, but this time I didn't.
No. Why?
Joseph was. It's like he was turning into one of those things.
Maybe it doesn't affect everybody.
A couple more boxes to break here. A bit of gel that's guaranteed. This gel over here and the one underneath here is also guaranteed. There's a cutscene here with Kidman. And we need to wait for this cutscene and then wait for Leslie to get us out.
What is this? Did you shoot me?
You started turning into a monster. You attacked me. I'm sorry, but you're tainted now. You might try to stop me through you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so Kidman leaves us alone because of course she does, and my god, I hate that character. Whatever. Leslie is going to pop and try and save Sebastian. Try is the word there.
Leslie, is that you?
At the end of the day, we have to break out because of course we do. And I died here to these spinny things because I genuinely forgot what they were and how their pattern works. And because I forgot about them, I died a couple of times, not too big of an issue. Like, these things are usually not... If I had remembered, I probably wouldn't have died that many times, but I forgot what the idea is for getting past this, and I usually try and run into this little room over here because that thing won't come to this little room, and I wait until it leaves the area, until it stops coming this way. Once it stops coming this way, I run around it. And these places over there are safe. I run by this place, which was very stupid of me. I should have gone directly through here. This place is actually safe because they can't run into this place because of the mannequins on top of them. And you can just run from this place to the other one and you're safe. But you can also just run through here if they are not chasing you and about to catch you, and to this ladder. And that is it for this section. I just forgot about them, and I forgot about the strategy for this one because chapter 11 is such a blur for me. If you would ask me what chapter 11 is about, I wouldn't be able to tell you. It is by far, I think, the worst construction chapter. And there's a guy here that, yeah, if you kill him, before he alerts everybody else, nobody will see you, so I just shoot a quiz bolt at him because that's gonna get him dead, and then you can just go by this little hallway over here, crouch all the way, nobody's gonna see you, and the key is right over there. By the way, build a flash bolt before you do this, before you grab the key. I forget, but I was lucky and nobody was there. If you are not lucky and people are there, you should have the flash bolt already built, because otherwise they will be on your ass very fast. So you need a flash bolt for the upcoming chamber in case you get unlucky like I did and there are people inside, because you can get lucky, which I have. You will hear them basically. If there are people inside, you will hear them because they will start reaching even before that, and the easiest solution to them is just flashing them and climbing up the ladder, and they don't know where you are at this point. And then for this section, I get so confused about where the key is. I know that it's on some crane or whatever. I can't find it to save my life, so I usually just run around and check whichever crane I have access to see if that's the one with the key. No, these are not the ones with the key. So I run around, I go back to the safe room, there's only this thing, and the newspaper. As soon as you get in, you're immediately greeted with this newspaper. I try again for the lockers and I again get health, which is amazing. And gel. So there's the explosive bolts upgraded all the way, fire rate, and yeah, I'm piecing out because at this point in time, I've kind of sort of, at this point in time, there are some keys left, but I am freaked out about the keeper fight, so I just, I am upgrading the explosive bolts because, I'm just resigned to the fact that maybe I will have to use explosive bolts on the keepers, which is a lot less safe than the Magnum. But here comes the first time when you will need the Magnum, which is for the upcoming boss fight. It'll be very useful when I forget where the key is, but that's the reason why you saw me switch to the Magnum, because that's the gun that I'm going to use to shoot the boss in the next chapter. But that will be for the next chapter, because that was it for this chapter. I'm so happy it's over. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.